Covering a remarkable 73,000-acre area, with 90 waterfalls and an astounding display of caves, caverns, and forest landscapes, the park sees over 1 million visitors each year. At any given time, the Plitvice lakes never look the same as they did the day before. The lakes are consequently notorious for their fluctuating watercolors. The watercolors range from a bright emerald green, a deep blue, or a faded gray. The lakes are continuously changing color according to the amount of minerals or organisms, as well as the angle of sunlight. The most important ingredient causing the water to turn blue or green is calcium carbonate from limestone rocks. The origin story of the Plitvice lakes involves a mysterious lady. Proskensko Lake is connected to the legend of the Black Queen. The legend on Prosja tells the story about a period of drought in the region. Inhabitants called upon the magic queen to help them, to which she responded by creating the Plitvice lakes. Accordingly, Proskensko Jezero was believed to be the first lake she created. The Plitvice Lakes is the oldest and the largest national park in the Republic of Croatia. The exceptional natural beauty of this area has always attracted nature lovers. As a result of that, it was declared the first national park of the Republic of Croatia as early as April 8, 1949. The process of tufa formation, through which tufa barriers and subsequently lakes are formed, is the outstanding universal value for which Plitvice Lakes received international recognition. The Lower Lakes Canyon area also includes the limestone Supeljara Cave. The Supeljara Cave is famous for a legend about a wise monk or hermit, Kalutar, that was believed to live in either Supeljara or Golubanjaka Cave. According to reports, people used to come to the Plitvice Lakes and visit the monk to ask for advice. Hence, the nearby Kalutarovo Jezero's name translates into Hermit's Lake.
The waters flowing over the limestone and chalk have, over thousands of years, deposited travertine barriers, creating natural dams which in turn have created a series of beautiful lakes, caves and waterfalls. These geological processes continue today. The forests in the park are home to bears, wolves and many rare bird species. Croatia's largest national park, covering almost 30,000 hectares, is situated in the lower elevations of the Dinarides in the central part of the country.
Within a beautiful karst landscape dominated by a mix of forests and meadows, the magnificent Plitvice Lake system stands out, fascinating scientists and visitors alike. Interconnected by many waterfalls and watercourses above and below ground, the lakes are grouped into the upper and lower lakes. The former are formed on dolomites, with mild relief, not so steep shores and enclosed by thick forests, whereas the latter, smaller and shallower, are situated in limestone canyon with partially steep shores. The lake system is the result of millennia of ongoing geological and biochemical processes creating natural dams known as tufa barriers.
These are formed by the deposition of calcium carbonate from the waters flowing through the property. In the case of the Plitvice Lake system, this geochemical process of tufa formation interacts with living organisms, most importantly mosses, algae and aquatic bacteria. The scale of the overall lake system and the natural barriers are an exceptional expression of the aesthetically stunning phenomenon, acknowledged since the late 19th century. Plitvice Lakes National Park area is mainly covered with very well-preserved forests essential for the continuity of geochemical processes in water system.
Plitvice Lakes National Park is home to 16 different lakes which change color by the second. Within the blink of an eye, you can see blue, green, aquamarine, and turquoise. This is due to the way the sun hits the water and the number of organisms and minerals. Surrounding the Plitvice waterfalls are more than 120 different species of birds. They rely heavily on these waterfalls as they provide the perfect atmosphere they need, which is a combination of moisture and humidity. Plitvice waterfalls are also home to wolves, bears, deer, wildcats, wild boar and lynx which tend to roam around during the early morning and late afternoon hours. One of the biggest population of lynx in Europe can be found in Croatia. Although winters are very harsh, this is still one of the best places to visit in Croatia, since the falls completely freeze over once the temperatures reach 32 degrees or lower. They have been known to stay solid for more than 30 days at a time. Croatia National Park, which also has numerous waterfalls, compares to the falls within Plitvice. However, there's a lot closer access.
people often swim in Croatia, while swimming in Plitvice is strictly forbidden. Staying at the Hotel Bellevue Plitvice guarantees you will see and hear the rushing sound of the falls nearby. The best views are from the balcony, outside your room. Located within the lower lakes are the tallest and most extreme waterfalls. One called Milanovac Slipovi measures 20 meters in height. Another, called Milanovac Jezero, is not as tall, only about 8 meters, but the width is over 15 meters. The Stostavci joins a multitude of smaller waterfalls and drains into a lake called Karlovac Jezero. This is one of the largest lakes within the entire park.
The waterfall has a drop between 20 and 25 meters. The tallest and widest of all of the waterfalls is simply named Great Waterfall. It has a height of 70 meters and the mist can be seen for miles even within the thick foliage. There are stairs leading upwards that provides an exceptional view from the top. Within the section called the Upper Lakes, there are quite a number of small to medium height waterfalls, however the majority are hidden and dump into Lake Karlovac. They are cleverly hidden by massive trees and overhanging foliage. The particular geographic position of the Plitvice Lakes and the specific climate features contributed to the emergence of many natural phenomena and a rich biodiversity within this area. Despite the vicinity to the Mediterranean climatic region, a moderate mountainous climate prevails at the Plitvice Lakes. These climatic conditions prevail due to the Velebit mountain range, which acts as a climatic separator between the coastal region and the Lika-Senj Plateau.
For centuries, legends have been created about this mythic mountain range. The aphorised mountain slopes serve as water reservoirs. They are also a refuge for many animal species. The large difference in altitude in a narrow space between the mountains in the south and the Karana River in the north also represents a significant criterion for biodiversity in this region. The national park is underlain by karstic rock, mainly dolomite and limestone with associated lakes and caves. This has given rise to the most distinctive feature of the lakes.